So today Aditya and I are in Kannur and we're on our way to interview someone who's been called the rockstar health minister and the coronavirus slayer. This is KK Shailaja, who's been a three-time MLA and is now fighting elections from the constituency of Mattanur. KK Shailaja received a lot of international acclaim due to her fight against COVID, her successful fight against COVID. And she was invited to the United Nations for a panel discussion. She was also termed as one of the most influential women of 2020 by the Financial Times. We are in Mattanur, and Mattanur is a very special constituency to the LDF because they've always had a stronghold here ever since their formation, and no other party has been able to win the elections from this particular constituency. And Kerala's sweetheart, as she is known, is contesting from this constituency. And as we're driving through Mattanur, actually, we've been seeing a lot of posters of KK Shailaja. So now we're on her way to interview her, and let's see what she has to say. We are in Mattanur right now, and on the way to Mattanur, we saw posters of Shailaja teacher. There's kids wearing T-shirts with Shailaja teacher's face on them, and she's also been known as the rockstar health minister. So, Shailaja teacher, I want to start by asking you: do you feel like a rock star?
I never felt like that because someone are saying like that, but we are working always. And I have a very good team with me, and we are working together. It is a collective work, and I am the minister, and I have to lead it, and I am leading it. But the thousands and thousands of workers are doing. They are actual heroes.
And with us, we also have her husband, Bhaskaran Mash. Do you see your wife as a rock star?
A rock star. Nowadays it is some person like Mullapalli Ramachandran. They are saying rock star is a dancer. Eh? They call like that. That is a sad thing. Not rock star is another thing. It is very highly the people.
And Shailaja teacher, I want to ask you now. You've had a very long year. You've had to fight COVID and the situation in Kerala. You've also now hold the position of health minister in Kerala, and now you're contesting as an MLA. What is your day like? And are you a little tired by any chance?
If we become tired, we cannot do anything. This is the routine work. Starting from morning till night, we have to work. As a candidate, I have to rise early and also start my work at 8:30 a.m. And I think it will end 9 o'clock or 9:30, etc. And after that also we have so many meetings, etc. And we can sleep after 12:30 or 1 a.m. And that is the routine thing.
And the media expressed a lot of surprise when LDF said that they'll be fielding you from Mattanur. Now, were you also surprised, or was it only a surprise by the media? And did you know you were going to be fielded from Mattanur?
I don't know why the media surprised on that. Mattanur is my place. I am living here. And I contested in Kootuvaramba last time. And wherever we are contesting, that will become our constituency. That's our policy. Kootuvaramba is my constituency at that time. And why I worked hard for Kootuvaramba. But I am staying at Mattanur. And when I contest in Mattanur, there is nothing to astonish or nothing to wonder about that.
Something else I want to address is the political killings in Kannur. So there have been almost 69 political killings since 2000, and one thing I would like to ask you is, you've built a Kerala model with regards to COVID. Will you also be sort of looking at how to curb political killings in at least this constituency?
My party and my this left front alliance are deadly against the political killing. Political killing is happening because of the some fundamentalists or that kind of ideas, and they are trying to make some irritations in the society, and the irritation developed up to this great agitation or struggle, etc., and the violence occur out of that. That is the reason of the political killing, and we.
I'm asking you this specifically also because as a student, you've grown up in politics, you've been part of CPIM's youth wing. Is it a new phenomenon, political killings, or was it also quite prevalent when you were part of student politics?
It is not a new thing. So many students were killed due to this kind of things, and most of it is because of the repetitive politics or fundamentalism, etc. And I think even in history we can see this kind of thing. But our society is, we are saying we are cultured, and the society grown up, and so many developments have happened here. And this, in this developed society, we should have to end these political killings, etc. And we are for that. We are for this against the. We are against the political killing and violence, anything like that. We want to save lives. Our party is for that, and I think if we try better, we can end the political killings.
One thing I want to ask you is in Mattanur in 2018, there was a young Congress worker, Shoaib, who was killed by 4 CPM members. Initially, the party had denied, and then they had expelled 4 people from the party. We were just reading an article in which Shoaib's father has said that nobody from the CPM has actually visited him yet or offered them any condolence. So I was wanting to ask you, are you planning to visit their family? Are you planning to talk to them, give them some sort of confidence about the situation that they are in right now?
We are not against any family, Any killing, that is a sad thing, piteous thing. And at that time, the situation was like that, political enmity and that kind of situation. No leaders from other part cannot visit at that time. And I'm not against that family, or I also regret with that family. But Suhaib's incident is not only the thing. There are so many things like that. Any death or any kinds of killings are. It is not correct. We are saying so, and I'm not going deep into the incident or it's right or wrong like that. But any killing in the society, it is not right. Uh, we should have to stop it.
And coming to your COVID related work, you've received a lot of international attention with regards to this work. And I actually want to ask you, you've also tackled Nipah before, which you said helped you to tackle COVID, right? Was Nipah more scary for you to handle than COVID because it was a more serious issue? There was a lot of fatality back then and sudden fatality. Was it more scary for you as a health minister?
Yeah, both of the viruses are too dangerous, but the behavior is too different. Nipah is the highest mortality rate virus, and COVID-19 mortality rate is low than Nipah. But COVID-19 is more infectious virus. If it is too infectious, nothing is doing with the low mortality rate, because when it is spread throughout the society, the death will increase, the mortality will increase. And as that, both of the virus are too dangerous. But Nipah originated in Kerala itself, it is not an important thing. It started from a small village in Kozhikode. From these bats, it's transmitted to the human being, and we are able to contain that thing in a short space, in a short span of time. But COVID-19 is entirely different. It is imported, and the virus are going traveling throughout the world, throughout the globe, and it entered each and every countries. And when the people are returned from the countries, it came to India and Kerala also. It is coming continuously, and that part we cannot open our war field in one place. We have to open several war fields throughout the state. That is the different thing. That is too difficult. I felt COVID-19 more difficult than Nipah issue, because it is spread throughout the state and throughout India.
And what is the next action plan? Because COVID cases are again rising in Kerala. In fact, I heard that you've also received some condemnation and some sort of criticism because of the handling of the second wave of COVID. How would you see the handling of second wave of COVID? And what is the plan for the next rise of cases that are coming up now?
No person who know about the containment of virus doesn't criticize me. But some person, it is political, I think.
I know Yogi Adityanath said it in his speech in
He
Kerala.
is saying like that, but no person, the eminent personalities working in science or this research, they never criticized Kerala because they know that Kerala never went back out of the our achievement of the containment of the COVID-19, because in the first part before the lockdown our mortality rate is 0.5, and when lockdown lifted there is slight increase in the cases. It never go up to the predicted level, all the Kanpur IIT predicted that per day more than 20,000 cases will occur in Kerala. Never reached that level. Kerala, once it goes to 10,000 per day, but the mortality rate you find in first part it is 0.5, but when the cases increase the mortality rate doesn't increase. That is because of our preparedness and our very good practice in Kerala. Now it is 0.4. Then how can you say that Kerala failed in the containment of virus? It is not no one who knows about this scientific method. They will never criticize us. Kerala win in the second part also, and Kerala's method now the whole world is looking at what is the method Kerala adopted to reduce the mortality rate to such a low level.
And I can't leave you without asking one question. You're one of the only two women in Pinarayi Vijayan cabinet of ministers. And what are the challenges? And I'm sure there are challenges. We just saw you getting interviewed and being asked if you're a good cook, and you very clearly answered that. How is that related to election at all? In fact, you weren't asked. He asked you if you are if she is a good cook. So I want to ask you, what are the challenges that you face as a woman in politics?
Yes, there are so many challenges. I never felt that kind of family restrictions or like that in my political life. But that is not the fate of the most of the women. They have to work hard in their home. They have to do everything in the home, cleaning, cooking, and nourishing everything, nursing the old ages and nursing the little ones, etc. They have to work hard, and after that they have to go outside, and they have to do their duties in panchayat, or they have to do their duties in politics. That is a severe thing, they are suffering hard when they are going outside. They have two burdens: one, this kind of work in house, and other, the political and social work. Women are suffering very much, and but I am lucky that I never felt such kind of restrictions in political field or in my family life.
And with regards to media, and I asked this because I just saw you getting asked that question. With regards to media, do you feel like the media treats you differently, and you wish they treated you and asked you better questions when they're interviewing you as a woman politician?
Medias are every time they are asking what is about your opinion as a women politician. That's a good question, because I told you earlier that women are suffering very much because of this household work. Household duties we have to share together, and both men and women. Men cannot shoulder everything, and women cannot shoulder everything alone. But that is not the condition of the society. Then media is every time asking what is your opinion as a woman. Then I am saying that as a woman I never felt I am a woman and I cannot do anything. I cannot do this thing. I cannot do that thing, and I am a woman. I never felt like that. We too, I and Mercy Goody, who are the ministers in the assembly, we are doing as much as the men are doing. We are the same, and we never felt, Mercy also never felt that she is a woman and she cannot do this thing. And our colleagues are also never expressing like that.
Actually, I want to ask you, what would you like to say to the men in Kerala about how they could support their women to come into politics a little more?
The mentality of men in the society, it should be some conversion in mind to the women. That is my opinion.
So you mean that they should be able to help their women and change their attitudes to help women come into power and come into politics a little more?
The attitude of the man, it should be changed. On that way, only we can make in change in society.
Okay, the last thing I want to ask you, ma'am, what would you like to say to young people, not just women, who want to come into politics? What kind of work should they be putting in? What kind of aspirations should they have?
The young people should come out to shoulder the burden of social work and political work, you know. I want to say to the young ladies, young women especially, because there are so many educated women in the society. They are not coming out and they are not doing social work or political work, etc. They are simply living inside their home, and most of them. And women are coming outside in a large number now, but there are some highly educated women in the society, and they have to do something. They have to enter in some entrepreneurship or some business or some activities, etc. Anything. We are also thinking to help them. In my department, women and children department, we started a gender park in Kozhikode, and the first part it is started. Second part, we are going to start a international women trade and research center, and honorable chief minister laid the foundation stone last month. And when it come in reality, we are trying to help the young women. There are three kinds of system or three kinds of difficulties. One, the highly educated women who have a lot of money to invest or do any kind of work, but they have no idea. Then we are trying to make them skillful and with some trainings or with some back support, and they have to start some social business. We are now discussing about the social business. Other than the profitable business, we have to start some social business through which we can make the women employed or earning members, etc. There are some other women who have high education and but no money to invest, and they have ideas but no money. Then we are helping them to get some soft loans or like that some capital to invest, and we small groups or individual investment, they can start something in the society. We want to help them like that. There are some other women, the third part, they have no high professional education or this kinds of any skill or like that, but they have some traditional knowledge, and that is so much interesting, especially in the Adivasi or scheduled tribe areas. We want to promote that thing also, the traditional knowledge and ideas, and through this gender park we want to start some kinds of projects like that. We will do definitely if we come back to power in this election.
And if you win Matanur, what will be your main focus in this particular constituency?
Yes, this is a very good constituency. There are so much opportunities to develop because the Kannur airport is here, you know, and this government, the existing government, started acquiring acres of land nearby the airport. And my first, I want to say that we have to start some IT project in the premises, and also some business, that small scale or large scale businesses, and we have to develop the business area and also tourism area. There is a golden chance here. We have to develop tourism sector also, and we have to promote the medicinal plant cultivation, etc. For I in mind, I have some dreams that we have to export some medicinal plants or flowers from this area, started in the agricultural sector. We are starting an international Ayurveda research institute in this constituency. We acquired 300 acres of land and started its work, and if it become uh, fruitful, definitely it will become, the work started, the construction work started, and we will start the medicinal cultivation in large scale, and also medicine production in the Ayush sector, Ayurveda sector, and we can, I think, I hope we can export some agricultural goods also. That is my wish or my dream about this Matanur constituency.
And that's Shailaja teacher for you and her dreams of development if she wins this particular election from Matanur constituency of Kerala. This is Nidhi Suresh for newslaundry.com.